Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Tuesday to you. April 19th. We are going to look at the stock market. SPY melting up today. GME also. We're in SLD period. We're going to go over it. What's going on with this price action? Wants to go up, wants to go down. Where are we going? Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. We have a Twitter account. You can follow us on there at HappyMoneyYT. As well as a Discord server. Link for that is in the description, where you can all inverse my plays and laugh at me about it. GME's doing great. We've got 2 minutes to close. Kind of a late video here. 10 minutes volatility. Grind up, slow melt up today. Brian Cohen did tweet this last night. I always go to bed before his tweets. Yep, that's me. Tweeted, life is like a box of condoms, and it's a sexual tweet, so maybe he thinks there's going to be upward price action for whatever reason. Maybe it's because of SLD period, maybe it's some cycle, maybe it's the second peak on this kind of hammock pinch like we had here. Maybe it's because he's been buying today slowly. Maybe it's because Polt's been buying in more than he's been letting on. Probably not the Polt thing, but hard to know. But this does look like more SLD price action, or it's just more natural move up slowly and not so much violence. And that's why yesterday kind of threw me off, just because it was such a violent drop, and typically we don't see that during the SLD period. This was uncharacteristic, basically. So. And then this crazy price action down here, 137. We had a false breakout to the upside, I would say, back here. But not too bad. When it hit this kind of 155, 156, it basically broke out past that 150 resistance it made and still ended up hitting a high resistance, but it was a false breakout because then it came back down. And then it's possible that this was a false breakout to the downside now. So what that ends up happening if you just zoom out is it's just consolidating more or less. And it's just widening out the range. But it's funny, actually, if you look at it on this time frame, and I was noticing this looks like kind of a Wyckoff to me in a shorter time frame. For those of you that like Wyckoff, you can overlay that and let me know if it looks like that. And then this would be the spring test. And as today progressed, I was like, this maybe was the spring test. Or literally actually yesterday, it's like, this could be a spring test. And I didn't mention yesterday this RSI divergence on the hourly. I kind of forgot about it, and I don't like to lead into them too much because on the hourly especially, they're not always good indicators. But yeah, we've got the one here, here, and then here. Or no, I'm sorry. It was those, but then this one came in, so then it would be with these three. Kind of just this rising low on the RSI and this lower price action. So today kind of confirmed that this was an indicator with this RSI divergence, more or less. This rally could continue. I could see it continuing for sure if it breaks at 156. If it kind of stalls at 156, comes back down, I'm thinking we're still bearish. It's just consolidating before it either makes a move up or down. And I think down just because the momentum's down, but doesn't mean it can't break out to the upside. And to me, a confirmation of breaking out to the upside would be a break of that 156. If it breaks that, and with volume, and yeah, it's not weak low volume breakouts like maybe this was a little bit, then I think we definitely could see a big move. I think we maybe are then in this hammock, and we might see a retest of the 200. How quickly that could happen, once we break out of that, I could see it happening in just 2 or 3 days, 4 days. This was only like 2 days. But if we kind of just teeter around here and don't break out of that, then I feel like it'll probably come back down and retest and trade in a range before it kind of decides which direction it wants to go. But that being said, I mean, short time frame looks good. We've got green over the 9 moving average here. That's an orange one. We've got a bullish MACD. Everything looks good on the hourly. And today did hold up well. And I think this is all. Whoa, look at that candle in SPY. This is all kind of the SLD period, and it's going on, I think tomorrow and the next day, maybe Friday, they can get back to their regular scheduled shorting. I can't remember. I don't know. You have to ask someone in Discord. But yeah, so the next couple days, next day or two might be a big move, and if it breaks out of this, it could be big. I got calls. I also have puts, and I'm hedged both ways more or less. So yeah, my SPY play worked out. I had a put credit spread from yesterday. I actually closed it right about here. I closed it like here somewhere. It's like 60% up, and then I opened up another one right about here, just because we're still looking bullish on SPY. Set up that bull flag, and that's when I opened up another one. Kind of broke out of those resistances right there, so I could see it filling this gap and kind of continuing to rally for now. On the longer time frame, again, it's still has bearish momentum, and we'll see if that flips. But at this point, it just looks like it's consolidating, kind of making a range. So I suppose with today, if it does break past that, it might be flipping to more of a bullish trend for a bit, maybe back up to this 456 retest or so. A lot could move around this week too with Netflix, Tesla earnings. The Tesla? Yeah, Netflix. Or no, sorry, Netflix. Yeah, Netflix and Tesla, I think. So that could swing it around too. And GME may or may not be affected by that. But yeah. At any rate, if we do consolidate and then keep coming down, I'm thinking we're probably just going to kind of do a meltdown until either the shareholder meeting or next earning run up cycle, whatever, when they have to start rolling over their positions. This earnings, of course, it happened first because he moved earnings up, but basically something similar to this, and potentially holding a higher low. But we'll see if the market's in a crash-like environment in the next 2 months, which very well could be, and it might be kicking off that crash with earnings this week. These big earnings, this is what moves the whole market. So a lot of money gets pulled out of those stocks the next 3 to 4 days. We could start to see the big decline on SPY. So my bullish plays, I'm quick to get out of them, basically. But short term, it does look bullish on that. Longer term, though, you could just roll call credit spreads on SPY, because I think it's still on its downward trajectory. And if it is bad, like I said, on the SPY, GameStop, I'm not sure where it would land. It seems like there'd be a lot of problem for them to bring it below these lows. This is where a lot of insiders were buying. Ryan Cohen, other ones on the C-suite. There's buying pressure all over that place. So it's winding tighter, in my opinion. They didn't let it squeeze as high this time or pinch, but they also don't have much window to the downside. I think 125 is 120. I mean, yeah, we'll just have to see when that comes. So could just be up from here also, though. Honestly, if they just decide to start covering, or if news comes out, share split date, maybe they're gonna do one before, maybe not though, probably not. Their filing just mentioned requesting approval for 4 more shares to do a share split in the future. So that would be the shareholder meeting. But yeah, let me show you guys the options that we skimmed in and out of. Let's see, SPY, so that's the put credit spread I closed. I closed out of some of my bullish credit or debit spreads this morning on GME, not thinking we'd keep having this run up. And here's the other SPY position. I opened another put credit spread. I opened up put credit spread on SoFi. I think the chart looks nice. There's a couple charts that actually look kind of similar to this. What did you do over there? So on the daily, it's bearish, so the momentum's still there. But if you see, it's got this big RSI divergence from this low to this low. So I like that. And then on the shorter time frame, it has split bullish on the hourly. You can also see kind of let's see, was there divergence here? Sort of one right here and here, kind of building. Got a MACD divergence also, kind of here and here. So higher low on the MACD, and then a lower, sorry, yeah, higher low and then a lower low on the price action. I'll figure that out at some point. So yeah, I did a put credit spread on that one. Nothing big, real small, keeping it small, keeping it safe and tidy. And GME, I kind of went in and out of a couple different options today. What do we end up with? Okay, so I have the bearish ones I was opening up today, thinking right around here I was thinking, okay, because even in yesterday's video I said I'll probably get some more bearish plays on a bump or bounce today. So I was expecting a bounce today, but not quite this big. And then I'm just thinking it's maybe from just the SLD period. But hard to know. Maybe RC was buying in, maybe something else. Buying on the lit exchange again. But basically, yeah, about here, I actually sold covered calls, just scalped them at the money right here. It was a little sketchy. Made a little bit on them, closed them out like here. But then during this part of the day, I'm like, this is setting up a bull flag. So then I started, I'm going to keep my downside protection there. But then I started setting up 175 calls for next Friday. These aren't them, it's other ones actually. These are this Friday. So I had 175 for next Friday. They went up to about, I don't know, 8-10%, not a whole lot. And I closed them out up here. So not a big deal. This wasn't a whole lot of price action really to cause them to rip. The spreads are so wide, it's kind of stupid to trade options on GME, it seems like, unless there's a big move. But then I actually opened up more, or no, what did I do? Yeah, I opened up these 172.5 calls towards close here. Just seeing that it was kind of holding up, so open those up. And then I had short legs on my 170. I had 175 200 call debit spread, and I actually closed out of my short leg on the 200s just because they were cheap. It was like $90 to close out 4 of them. Like, I might as well, if there's after hours news or something, I might as well just have this 175 call exposure. These are for this Friday, so yeah, it's a cheap play for unlimited risk, or unlimited unlimited upside on those. And then here's my bearish ones: 148, 149 call credit spread, 140, 141 call credit spread. These might end up working by the end of the week. I'm not sure if we don't break through that 156 support or resistance. I figure we'll probably just trade in the range and come back down. Here's my bullish SPY play. Wish had a rally today. Birds had a rally today, and a couple of random ones. Root was rallying up. Birds dropped with look at that, after hours. Birds dropped on Hellbiz earnings that were bad, and Birds just as a sympathy. I think I would have mentioned that, but nice buy-in on that at that $1.70 mark. Things a penny stock now. It's crazy. And GameStop looks good. 4 hour hasn't flipped. I'm kind of waiting for that, I guess, to allocate more. At this point, it's just the hourly, and there are resistances that it has to break through, and it looks like it's in a consolidation period before more downside. So all of that needs to flip around for me to get a little more aggressive. But I do have some exposure now for this Friday and next Friday, and of course we've got all our shares, which is a plethora. And we have, so here's my short. Yeah, so here's my cover calls, the ones on the margin. I have the 125 cover calls, and then I have one that I bought back, and I changed it to a 167.5 cover call. So this one I'm going to be rolling. I'll just be rolling that to make capital to pay for loans. So it's 212 premium this week, so 212 there for that one. And here on our other Theta account, we've got these 167.5. This was 422 in premium, which will help pay for margin and loans and whatever else. And then on this Webull account, I have a short put, so cash secured put for 128. And this one I will probably be rolling up at the end of the week to continue the Theta farming. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on Discord. Peace out.